What's up, YouTube? I hope each and every one of you guys are healthy and enjoying life today. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorn Night Edition. Huge thank you to Erica Ramsey over at Koons, Tysons, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram for allowing me to do this video for you guys today. If you are interested in this particular Ram 1500 or any Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram product, I'll be sure to have Erica's information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. All right, well, just like usual, first we're going to talk about the exterior and the performance. So like I said, this is a 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorn Night Edition, and this particular one has been painted in the $295 billet silver metallic. I wanted to preface this video by saying there are no significant changes to the Ram 1500 for the 2024 model year, and that is due to the refresh coming for the 2025 model year. But this being the Bighorn Night Edition, as standard you get halogen headlights, standard turn signals, and this particular one has been optioned with the $2,545 Night Edition, which gives you the black headlight bezel, and this vehicle has also been optioned with the $3,845 Level B equipment group, which gives you these halogen fog lights. Now, taking a step back, you may hear Night Edition, I don't know, maybe about 32 times throughout this video. So with that in mind, with the Night Edition, you get a satin black front grille with the satin black Ram lettering. Then you also get a gloss black grille surround. You get a body color front bumper and black exterior badging, all of that of which again comes with the Night Edition. So here's a closer view of what that front grille looks like. Obviously you do get that body color front bumper like I was mentioning with the Night Edition. And then again, this vehicle has been optioned with the Level B equipment group, which gives you 6 forward facing sensors. So you get 1, 2, 3 on this side and another 3 on that side as well. Here is a front 3/4 shot of this beast, and you get 8.7 inches of ground clearance. Now, coming around the side, when you option this with the Night Edition, you get these 20-inch satin black wheels that are wrapped in 275/55 Bridgestone Dueler HL Alenza all-season tires. I'll give you a view of what the tread pattern on these tires here looks like real quick. There you go. And then again, you get the black badging, a part of the Night Edition, both there and down here as well. I'll probably come back to these badges here in a second. But this vehicle has also been optioned with the $1,345 trailer tow group, which gives you these satin black tow mirrors with integrated turn signals. With that, these mirrors are heated, manual folding. You get the convex mirror on the outsides of both of your mirrors, and you also get puddle lights. This is what I'm referring to as the convex mirror. This is manually adjustable. This part of the mirror is power adjustable, and then you get the puddle light located right about there, and that's kind of about it for these side view mirrors. Here's a little side profile shot of what this thing looks like. Even this being the Bighorn, it doesn't have the LED lights. The LED lights do make a massive difference to the appearance of the truck, in my personal opinion, but I still think this looks pretty good even with the halogen lights. Personally, for me, I would probably, try to get a Laramie if possible with the LED lights, because I just think they make the truck look more premium. I know a lot of you out there don't really care about that, but I know there are also a lot of you out there who do care about the aesthetics, me being one of them. Even though this truck, again, still looks good, I just think it looks a little bit better with the halogen lighting. But here on the side, you can't really tell, even though you can, but you can't. Still is a very sharp looking truck from the side profile. Even though this is going to be refreshed next year, I still think this looks awesome overall. But you may be able to tell, you do get satin black window trim, and then with the Night Edition, you get the gloss black door handles. You do not get keyless access, by the way. And then with the same package, you do get that satin black Ram lettering on your front 2 doors only. Now, walking my way down the back, you do get a capless filler neck, 87 octane will do you just fine. And then coming up to here, up top, at the top of your roof line, you get that satin black shark fin antenna. You have your 3rd brake light with the 2 halogen cargo lights as well. And then coming down just a little bit more, with the Level B equipment group, you get the power sliding rear window and the rear window defroster, whereas otherwise you would not have either of those 2 things. And then here is a rear 3/4 shot of this thing. I did want to point out, and you probably know this, but if you don't know this because you're new to trucks or something like that, the Rams come with a coil spring rear suspension, so there are no leafs to be found on this, which in my opinion, you can actually tell a difference when you're driving this down the street and you hit like an awkward bump. It doesn't quite bounce around as much as a truck with leaf springs. Obviously, leaf spring technology has come a long way. As standard, you do get halogen taillights, but with the Night Edition, you get the gloss black tailgate release trim, which is right here, and you also get the black badging. This is where you will find your backup camera, and then underneath here you have a hitch light. So you get a light underneath here that will basically shine down here when you're backing up to a trailer at night. Makes it a little bit easier. It's basically a puddle light for the trailer area. You do get a slow release tailgate, but no spray and bed liner, but you do get tie down hooks in each corner, and then up top there, both of those are your two halogen cargo lights, and that's kind of about it for what we got going on here in the bed area. Closing that back up, the D tag is kind of messed up. I'll fix that in a second when I got a second free hand. But the max payload capacity of this particular Bighorn is 1,728 pounds. And coming down just a little bit, with the Night Edition, you do get a body color rear bumper, and with the level B equipment group, you get 4 parking sensors back here, as well as the class 4 trailer hitch. And obviously that trailer hitch does come with wiring, so you do get a 4-pin connector as well as a 7-pin connector beneath that. You may be able to tell that the license plate lights are LED. And then taking a look underneath here, you have your spare tire. And then a part of the Night Edition, you get the anti-spin differential rear axle, and this does come standard with a 3:21 rear axle ratio. You also do get a 2-speed transfer case as standard, and the max tow capacity of this particular Bighorn, I want to make an emphasis on that, is 6,451 pounds. This one's been opted with the V6, so I think maybe with the V8 you get a little bit more capacity, towing capacity, but overall I still think this is a sharp looking truck, and for the money it's a pretty good deal. You know, it's very comfortable and this truck has, you know, it's very comfortable in the interior is what I'm saying. It's got everything that you need. It just doesn't necessarily have all the extras that you don't necessarily need, like the LED headlights and the taillights that you can see on this Laramie that's going to be driving here in a second. But yeah, with that stuff out of the way, let's move into performance. Popping open that hood reveals the standard 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6 that makes 305 horsepower and 269 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission for a 0 to 60 time in 7.5 seconds. And if you were wondering about fuel economy, you can achieve 19 miles per gallon in the city, 24 miles per gallon on the highway for 21 miles per gallon combined with 4-wheel drive. A couple things I wanted to mention is I saw varying torque figures across like Ram truck websites, dealership websites, Stellantis websites. I saw 269 pound-feet of torque, 271 pound-feet of torque, and 273 pound-feet of torque. So I saw more of the 269, hence why I went with 269 pound-feet of torque, but I may be, you know, 4 pound-feet of torque off, or I may not be, not 100% sure. By the way, this being the standard V6, there is an optional 5.7 liter Hemi e-torque V8. Sounds better, more powerful, and that would be the engine that I would go with. But if you're enjoying the video so far today, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm on my journey to 100,000 subscribers, and I cannot reach my goal without your support. So if you're enjoying the video, if you've learned anything from this video, please just take a second to give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section down below, as well as hit that subscribe button. The likes and comments in particular look very good for my channel in the YouTube algorithm, and that is what helps me grow. But only do those 3 things if you're actually enjoying the video. But with that stuff out of the way, let's move into the interior. Moving on into the interior, like I mentioned earlier in the video, you do not get keyless access. So in order to get into the interior, you have to press the unlock button on your key fob. But this one being optioned with the level B equipment group, you do get remote start. So all you have to do is press this button twice. The vehicle will fire up. And that is what it sounds like when it fires up here from the exterior perspective. But now let's take a look at what the driver's side door panel looks like. So at the top of the door panel, you get some vinyl wrapping, you get a satin chrome door handle, you have your power side view mirror controls, automatic up and down windows in the front. You do not get automatic up or down windows in the back. This is to restrict your passenger window privileges. You get your unlock and your lock functions, a nicely padded armrest with some accent colored stitching, a spot you could set a phone. You get some storage space at the bottom of the door panel, and then again, with the Level B equipment group, you get a 9-speaker audio system. It is an Alpine audio system, and it does include a subwoofer, and it's actually a very good sound system, by the way. And then this is what the seats look like. You do get a cloth interior, but with the Level B equipment group, you do get an 8-way power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar. One thing I really like about Ram trucks is that they get the adjustable headrests with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 12 levels of adjustability with these headrests. That makes it very comfortable on a long road trip. And then also a part of the Level B equipment group, you do get heated front seats and a heated steering wheel. But let's step into these seats and see what we got going on throughout this interior. It feels so good here on the interior with the heat on. So basically what I am going to do is basically walk you throughout the entire interior of this vehicle, starting over here. So this is your headlight control knob. So all the way to the right is automatic, all the way to the left is off. Then that is parking lights on, that is headlights on, and that is headlights in the automatic position. Pressing on that button is for your fog lights. That button is for your cargo lights. And then this is to brighten and or dim your gauge cluster as well as your backlit buttons. Coming down just a little bit more, pulling on this is going to engage your parking brake. And then these foot controls here come a part of the Level B equipment group, and you can either push the pedals away from you by pressing on that button there, or if I press up like that, the pedals will come towards me. So it's basically like a rocker switch. And then to disengage your parking brake, all you have to do is push your foot against the brake and then push against that, and the parking brake will disengage. Now coming over to here, if I flip this down, that gives me access into my manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel, meaning I can bring the steering wheel towards me, I can push it away from me, and I can move it up and down until I find my comfortable position, which is about right there, and then you just lock it right back into position. But now let's take a listen to the turn signal. That is what the turn signal sounds like. And not only is this your turn signal control stock, this is also your high beam control stock and your windshield wiper control stock. But zooming back out, I do believe that this is a leather wrapped steering wheel. It feels as such. And then with the Level B equipment group, you do get a heated steering wheel. You do get 1 level of adjustability with the heated steering wheel right about there. And then you get the heated front seats with 3 levels of adjustability. But just like any other vehicle, you have your horn at the center. So let's take a listen to it. That is what the horn sounds like on this vehicle. Now, also a part of the Level B equipment group, you get the 7-inch productivity screen, which is right here. And in order to control that screen, you have all of these arrows and that OK button. I'll get into that here in a second, but this is to pick up on a phone call. This is to speak to the vehicle, and this is to hang up on a phone call. Coming over to here, this is your gear limiter. So let's say you're towing a heavy load, right? This isn't to like upshift and or downshift your transmission. This is to limit, let's say I click it down twice. This is an 8-speed automatic and it goes into like 6th gear. The transmission will not be able to go above 6th gear, even if you're going 80 miles an hour. It will rev out to whatever it is. But this is your gear limiter. So that is not to like have fun, you know, upshifting and downshifting the transmission. Then you have your cruise control stuff on the right-hand side of the steering wheel. And then back to the left-hand side of the steering wheel, on the back side of it, you have your tuning controls. And then vice versa, on the back side of the right-hand side of the steering wheel, you have your volume controls. And now moving throughout our screen here, you can see the Ram lettering up top there. With the Level B equipment group, it is backlit. So it's pretty cool. Basically like the outline of the Ram is illuminated. I know it's something small, kind of gimmicky, but it is pretty cool. So on the left-hand side, you have your tachometer, your coolant temperature gauge, and then on the right-hand side, you have your speedometer and your fuel gauge. Now going throughout the center screen right now, you can see your digital speedometer readout at the top. Then you have your ambient exterior temperature. You have your oil pressure, battery voltage stuff. That is your compass. That is the odometer. That's letting me know that I am in 4-wheel drive automatic. This is like, that's your transfer case status stuff. This is your transmission status stuff. And right now it's showing me the tire pressure stuff. And again, to control that screen, I'm gonna go back into this. So this is your #1 screen. Personally, this is the screen that I would have the vehicle in at all times because it shows you your fuel range and your digital speedometer readout at the center. Clicking down one, you have your vehicle information screen. So this is your tire pressure stuff, your coolant temperature stuff, your transmission temperature stuff, oil temperature, oil pressure, oil life. Then you have your battery voltage stuff, your gauge summary that shows you your coolant temp, trans temp, oil temp, and oil pressure all in one screen. And then you have your engine hours. Now all I'm gonna do is click down right here, and that's gonna bring me into my fuel economy stuff. Then I have a second fuel economy screen. Clicking down again will bring me into my trip information, both trip A and trip B. Coming down one more, this is like your stop start screen. Then you have your trailer tow information. So again, this vehicle has been optioned with the $1,345 trailer tow group. So you can see your trailer trip information, trailer brake stuff, trailer light check, and your trailer tire pressure monitoring system. Obviously we don't have a trailer connected at the moment, but clicking down one more, then you have your audio stuff, your stored messages. Then this is your screen setup. So if I pressed OK, I can adjust what I see up top there. I can adjust what I see over there. And all of these 4 different corners down here, I can adjust what I see. But again, this is the screen that I would personally leave the vehicle on. The driver gets an O-Poop handle on the A-pillar. Up top here is all vinyl wrapped. Again, with the Level B equipment group, you get the 9-speaker Alpine sound system with the built-in sub. It sounds really, really good, actually. And then you get a 12-volt power outlet up top here, so you can put your radar detector there and then just plug it in there. Then you get some storage space. You could set either your keys up here, tape measure, something of that size. Then you have your push-button start button. Coming over to here, you get the rotary dial gear shifter. So this is actually dummy proof. So let's say you're driving down the road, you're not paying attention, and you twist that all the way to the left to volume the radio down on accident, right? It's not actually going to put you in park if you're going 80 miles an hour, so don't worry about that. Then again, with this vehicle as standard, you get a 2-speed transfer case. So you get 2 high, you get 4 low, 4 high, 4 automatic, and then you have your auto stop start on or off button there. And then coming up to here, again, a part of the Level B equipment group, you get the 12-inch Uconnect 5 infotainment system with built-in navigation and wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto connectivity. So on the left-hand side of the screen, it's not going to pick up very well on camera, but here are your driver temperature controls. I'll try to shine a little light on that so you get a better view. You can see driver temperature controls, then you have the mode button, the fan speed control, automatic. This is your physical volume control knob. Then you have your mute button. Coming over to this side, basically you get the temperature controls, the front and the rear defroster, your AC button, the recirculation button. Then you have a tuning knob and your screen off button. So if I clicked this screen off button, obviously the screen will turn off. And if I touch anywhere back on the screen will come right back on. But yeah, this is what the screen looks like. Up top here, you have access to your temperature controls throughout the screen, as well as your heated front seat functions. Again, 3 levels of adjustability with those heated front seats. And the heated front seats do come a part of the Level B equipment group, as does the heated steering wheel with 1 level of adjustability. Also a part of the Level B equipment group, you do get dual zone automatic climate control. And then on this side, you have your heated seat controls for the passenger. Ambient exterior temperature, the current time, if I clicked right here, it brings you into this screen. I can swipe back up, it'll disappear. And then down here, you have all of your different shortcut buttons into your home button. You can go into your media screen. You can pop up your climate control. So this is what your climate control screen looks like. You can see your heated seat functions, your heated steering wheel function, fan speed down here. Then you can pop up your navigation stuff. It is a full screen navigation system. Then I can pop up my Apple CarPlay stuff. So you do get full screen Apple CarPlay, that it is wireless. Then you can go into your vehicle stuff. You can see your vehicle dashboard. You can go into your controls. You can go into your settings. So this is one of these settings screen. I'm going to click down here, so pay attention to these. I'm going to click down. You can go between all of those different things, all of those different things, and that's about it. I really don't feel like I need to spend too much time on this screen because this screen is very intuitive. It's very easy to use, hence why I don't feel like I need to spend too much time on it. But then coming down just a little bit more, again, with the trailer tow group, you do get the trailer steering control when you're backing up, and then you also get the integrated trailer brake controller. This is your tow haul mode button. With the Level B equipment group, you do get the front and rear parking sensors, so you can turn off the front and rear parking sensors if you wanted to, and you can also turn them off individually. Then you have your traction control on or off thing. Coming down here a little bit more, you can set your phone there. You get 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, an auxiliary jack. You could set your phone here if you wanted to. Same thing on that side as well. And then coming down here just a little bit more, you do get a 115 volt / 400 watt household power outlet. So there's a view of what that looks like down in there. So I'm going to close that back up, and yeah, I'm gonna scoot this out. I apologize, I got the window sticker here. I got my water bottle. I'm gonna move that out of the way to like right there. And then this slides forwards and backwards, and you can see you get 2 cup holders, some coin holders. You can set your phone here if you wanted to. I'm gonna move the window sticker to up top there. Then you get a nicely padded armrest, some accent colored stitching. I'm gonna move that out of the way. You get an upper glove box. You get a USB-A port there. You can set phones or something like that in the upper glove box. And then if you lift this up one more time, you have all of this stuff that if you're a contractor, you probably even wouldn't use. I would never use any of this stuff. But then down in here, you get an LED light. I believe the LED light down in the center console comes a part of the Level B equipment group. And then you get this little divider here. And the reason you get that divider is because this comes all the way through, as you can tell. So that divider basically is gonna like stop stuff from going throughout the front and the back of this storage cubby. Closing that up, you do get a upper glove box or un-upper glove box with the Bighorn badging. If I click right here, that reveals the upper glove box. I believe this LED light also comes a part of the Level B equipment group, but you could literally fit like 16 sausage McMuffins up top there if that is what you wanted to do. And then you do get also a lower glove box that is lockable, just not quite as much storage space in the lower glove box as you would find in the upper glove box. And then you get a little spot here. You could set a notebook or something like that. You get the same thing on the driver's side as well. Coming up, you do get an auto dimming rear view mirror. You get a spot you could set your sunglasses up top here. Then you get your assist button, your SOS button, and with the Level B equipment group, you get the power sliding rear window. So you can see this is the function to open up the power sliding rear window, and then that is to close it. You can see it closing in the rear view mirror. Driver gets a light, clicking that. Passenger gets a light by clicking that. And these are your light controls. When it's flush like that, when I open up the doors, the interior lights will turn on. If I click to the right, that is like your instant dome light on button. And then if I click this all the way to the left, now when I open up the door, the interior lights will not turn on. And then coming over to here, with the Level B equipment group, you get the universal garage door opener that you can open up 3 different garage bays with. And then also with the Level B equipment group, you get the vanity mirror with the 2 vanity lights. And then you get a little clip right up top here. You could set any small little paper product. Doesn't pick up all that well on camera, but the visor also does slide forwards and backwards for when the sun is in those awkward positions. And then last but not least, on the passenger side, you also get a no poop handle. And that's kind of about it for what we got going on here in these front seats. So now I'm just gonna throw the entire window sticker on screen. You can take a look at the different packages that this vehicle has, and then you can take a look at all the different options that you get with those packages. But basically, I'm just gonna highlight the MSRP. So the MSRP of the way that this particular 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorn Night Edition is spec'd is $59,920. However, this one is selling for like $47 and some change, so quite a bit off of MSRP. I just did a video with a 2024 Ram 1500 Laramie Night Edition, and that one sticker was like $76,000 to $78,000, and they were selling it for like $61,000. So you can get a killer deal on a brand new Ram right now, because they're selling quite a bit under sticker, and they're very nice trucks in my opinion for the money, and I don't feel like they're outdated. In my opinion, some people may, but I don't understand how you think they're outdated, because they got everything that every other truck has, and they still look good, even though they came out in 2019. And I'm not even like a Ram fanboy. They just know how to make a really nice truck, and it doesn't look outdated, in my opinion. But some people would disagree with that. Again, this window does go all the way down. It's just not automatic up or down. You get a nicely padded armrest, a spot you could set a phone. You get some speaker right there and some storage space down there. You also get a Ram box. You could set what you want to in there. I believe you get another one on that side as well. And then this is what these rear seats look like. Stepping on in to the rear seat area. Up top here, you get a spot you could set your dry cleaning. You get an O-Poop handle on the B pillar, obviously on both sides. You get a seat back pocket behind both of these seats. You get 2 cup holders. You get 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, 2 HVAC vents, and then you also do get a center fold down armrest here with 2 cup holders, and it is a nicely padded armrest. Then you get your dome light up top here, and obviously you get a dry cleaning spot right there as well. Now when it comes to leg and knee room, I mean, I have a ton of leg and knee room, as you may be able to tell. No question about that. Headroom, tons of headroom left over as well, but really that's kind of about it for what we got going on here in these rear seats. So, you know, we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about the performance, and now we've talked about what's going on here in the interior. So I want to see what this thing's like to drive, as I'm assuming you guys do as well. So I'll see you guys in the driver's seat. All right, now on to the driving portion of the video. Take a listen. The V6 honestly isn't that, like, it's not that bad to drive, to be honest. The only reason I would get the V8 is obviously because it's got more power, but also the sound. But really, this isn't anemic by any means. Like, I don't feel like it's terrible. And I'm actually kind of surprised that I'm saying that, because I would have expected it to be kind of slow and kind of like a dog, but it's not. And that has really surprised me, to be honest. So here's an acceleration. Yeah, it is not a dog, surprisingly. However, if it were me, I'd probably get the 5.7. I definitely would get the 5.7. Just because the extra power, and really it doesn't get that much worse fuel economy than this, and it's a V8. It's got the sound, it's got the power. So those are all the reasons that I would get the 5.7 liter V8. Like, I just did a video with a Laramie Night Edition, same year. I can link that in the upper right hand section of this video right now. Just make sure you watch this video first, and then you can go watch that, or do whatever you want. I don't really care. But I have to say that the 5.7 is definitely noticeably, it's got more pickup. It sounds better, but the fuel economy wasn't like that much different. Here's another acceleration. The fuel economy was not that much different between this and the 5.7. So it's like, well, why wouldn't I get the 5.7 if the fuel economy figures are negligible between the two? Might as well get some more power and some sound, right? So that is that's a thing. But really, again, saving a little bit of money. You're saving about like $3,500 by getting the V6 as compared to the 5.7. But here is another acceleration. Once it gets straightened out, here's floored. It's got a nice induction sound to it. It almost sounds like a Honda induction noise. Like, it sounds pretty good. And I know for like a half-ton truck, people are gonna be like, oh, it's a V6, that should never be in a half-ton. Which, whatever. I mean, the EcoBoosts are awesome, the V6s. But this thing actually sounds pretty good. It's got a nice sound to it. But now I'm just gonna do a regular acceleration onto the highway, something I would normally do if I was just driving. So here, just take a listen. Go up to about 70. Okay, I got on it a little bit because I had to merge. But just take a listen to hear what this thing sounds like cruising at about 70. Very, very well insulated from the outside world. This thing cruises very well as well. That's one thing about these Rams, is they do highway cruising so well. Actually, I take that back. All American trucks do so well cruising at, you know, 70, 80 miles an hour down the highway, especially if you get the top dog engine. You know, they eat that stuff up, you know what I mean? It's just so easy for them to maintain speed, and they're just super smooth, very well insulated from the outside world. So it's funny because like trucks have almost become like luxury SUVs with beds on them. So that's just and this is no different, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's not, you know, the top dog, it's not a Limited, it's not a Laramie, but it is still very, very nice. And you know, this truck, like literally maybe 10 years ago, would be fully loaded. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got the nice screen, and it's got a backup camera. Can you believe it? It's got heated front seats, heated steering wheel. So, you know, years ago, this would have been a loaded up truck. What is this? See, people in the DMV have no idea how to merge. You can see there's like literal, like a lane there that you can merge. Go. people just, they don't know how to drive. And if this was my car, I'd probably go around them, but it's not. But this is the kind of stuff I can't stand living in, you know, Northern Virginia, because people just don't know how to drive.
2,000 years later.
Anyways, after that brief intermission, that person, that is what's wrong. I feel like everybody can get a license if you do like 2 things. It's really not that difficult to get a license, and that just, like, people just are not competent at driving. But anyway, I can go a long rant about that. But man, this is a very nice truck. It cruises very well with that rear coil spring suspension. It is, you know, very good at going over bumps. It doesn't jolt you quite around as much as, you know, something with rear leaf springs. And, you know, again, like I mentioned, leaf spring, I don't know if I mentioned that in this video or the last video I did, but I think it was this video. Leaf spring technology has come a long way. But for some reason, the rear coil springs can just handle awkward bumps better than, you know, leaf springs can. So here's something. Camaro, it sounded good. Something about a V8, man. Is he gonna, oh, he didn't care. Let's see, acceleration. That sounded good, but man, I don't know if you saw that. He just was like, oh, I'm gonna do a U-turn, screw the light. So yeah, love myself a V8, as you may be able to tell, hence why you get a 5.7. Sound system is great. These seats are super, super comfortable. If you are getting a Bighorn, I highly recommend getting the Level B equipment group. I know it is expensive, but it is definitely worth it because it just ups the ante, makes the vehicle just a little bit nicer, and gives you all the creature comforts that you would want on a truck. At least I would want on a truck. But really, that's it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I'm on my journey to 100,000 subscribers, and I cannot reach my goal without your support. So if you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything from the video, please just take a second, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it if you do those 3 things. And if you're battling between a Bighorn and a Laramie, I also did a video with a Laramie, in which I will link in the upper right hand section of the video. But again, that's it for today's video. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.